there are 500,000 batik producers and batik merchants exist in Indonesia, and they work day by day in traditional way. So we believe that technology can transform the traditional art. In 2009, we launched a software that based on fractal algorithm, we create a software to create batik design. So this is our success story, where the new generation of batik artisans use technology and combine it with the inherited skill of batik making into their work. I'm excited to be here, and I'm going to start my presentation with a story. I'm inviting my friend Joe to come up stage. So 3 days ago, when I prepared for leaving Bandung, my city in Indonesia, I put everything inside this document sleeve. I put my ticket, my itinerary, and I put my passport inside this batik cover. This is handmade batik cover, and I put inside my bag. There, I ready to go. Thank you, Joe. What you've seen is modern interpretation of batik. Batik is one of the most famous cultural icon of Indonesia. It's originated from Java. It's an island, the most famous island in Indonesia, the main island. It comes from the king palace in Java. It is a skill, it is a beautiful skills that done by this woman, the noble woman, the princesses. And they learn the skill from their mothers, their grandmothers, and their great-grandmothers. So this is a beautiful batik pattern. This is Wahyu Tumurun. Batik in Indonesia is known as a beautiful piece of cloth. It has its own meaning, it has its own philosophy, and it's made by handmade. You hand draw the pattern with a special tools named canting with hot wax, and you dip it in watercolor, and you repeat the process again and again until you get this beautiful pattern. This beautiful pattern named Wahyu Tumurun. Wahyu Tumurun means, Wahyu means the words of wisdom. Tumurun means brings down. So the meaning of this pattern is the words of wisdom passing down from generation to generation. Usually this clothes wears by prince, and it gives by his father, by the king, for the wisdom to come down from the king to prince. Batik merchants and batik producers all been hundreds of years in the market of Indonesia. This is a traditional batik merchants. There are 500,000 batik producers and batik merchants exist in Indonesia, and they work day by day in traditional way, manually and traditional. And they keep doing their work until one day we introduce our software to them. So we believe that technology can transform the traditional art. In 2009, we launched a software that based on fractal algorithm, we create a software to create batik design. Fractal algorithm is mathematics, and we see that the principle of batik is the same with fractal. It's self-iterated, it is self-similarity, and it is exactly the same with batik. So we see that batik now is math. And we want to create this modern batik pattern faster. So we see this is the new version of Wahyu Tumurun that I saw you before. And this new generated batik pattern piques so many interest, especially from the younger generation. Younger generation of batik makers, they feel that really excited with this new technology that can create a batik pattern. So let me introduce you with one of our artisans. This is Sunu Kalinggo. Sunu Kalinggo is a fourth generation of batik artisans. He first reluctant to continue his batik business that he inherited from his great-grandfather, grandfather, and father. Because he thought, well, batik it was too old-fashioned for him. He studied media and broadcast in university. So batik making was too old-fashioned, especially because it doesn't do with anything he learned from university. Until one day he met us and used our software.
Seorang pengrajin batik asal Solo, Kalinggo. Ia mendesain motif batik produksinya dengan menggunakan teknologi canggih bernama J-Batik.
Batik itu bisa ya sama kayak program yang lain. Misalnya kalau kalian kan ada yang 2 meter kali 1,115 itu saya pengen gambarannya kayak gimana di situ bisa. Karena ya itu tadi main lipnya di JB Batik menyenangkan sekali gitu. Lipnya tuh bisa udah sampai wah nggak terbayang pokoknya asik di situ. Tambah menghilangkan pakem ya itu tadi. Kalau mau masih tetap memakai pakem silakan, tapi mau keluar dari pakem unlimited monggo, maksudnya ada.
So this is our success story, where the new generation of batik artisans use technology and combine it with the inherited skill of batik making into their work. Now Sunu Kalinggo continue his batik business and just put his identity into this new business. He is now being very successful and using technology has increased the sales of his batik significantly. We reach out to more artisans, especially the younger artisans, because there's a gap now in Indonesia where these 500,000 workers are now endangered because some of them doesn't want to make batik anymore. Because it's too old-fashioned and everything. Now the younger generation doesn't want to do batik anymore. By the technology, we bridge that gap. We reached to more hundreds and we reached 2,000 of artisans. Some of them live in rural area where the stable electricity doesn't even exist. But we're determined. We want to bring the technology closer to them. We want to bring technology for the non-technical people. To date, there are 1,700 batik users and counting, and we really want to reach 1,000 of them. The technology is on how we are doing the design with batik. So we're not making a machine to make batik. Because by making a machine to create batik, we will take out the job of 500,000 people. So the technology is focusing on the design and how they can share with each other. Now we also move to e-commerce platforms where batik artisans can share their work, they can reach more buyers nationally and globally, and we are very happy and this increased the batik business significantly. You see now that batik has become code, they become math, it can be moved easily to different platforms. So we go beyond textile. Now that batik that usually see as textile, as beautiful textile like you see on the stage, we see it beyond that. This is Mulyadi. He is a stone crafter. He makes tap from stone. He lives in Tulung Agung, East Java. We trained him to use our software. And now he can create batik pattern to make a batik pattern on the top, and of course, it is a very nice added value for his craft. Again, it brings impact, and the business grow significantly again. You see, then what we create here. This is Indonesia Stock Exchange building. We create batik pattern on the display, and this is proof that traditional art can stand side by side with modern design. In 2009, we launched the software, and in 2013, we have a couple of universities embrace our software. We did a research on creating a new design software. Now we are working with architects to create a new design for architecture. So we see now batik as tradition, as art, as a true two-dimensional tradition now move 3D. So we move to 3D now that you can see this is a project by students where we create a 3D design out of a batik pattern. We create so many student projects, student competitions, and a couple of more university out of Indonesia has embraced our software to become their digital architecture curriculum. Being on the field for 7 years, I see that Indonesia has so many resources beside batik to be developed. We have 17,000 islands. We have more than 1,000 group of tribes. They have their own ways of life. They have their own skills. They have their own cultural asset. And our dream is how to bring this into the future. We also have 150 million young people that is ready to embrace the wisdom of our elders and combine it with science and technology. Now here I am, asking you together with me to explore our culture and bring it to the future. Thank you.